Hey there, I'm going to show you how to create your types of RNA foldable and how to fill it in. So the first thing we need is just a blank sheet of paper from our packet. And I'm going to fold this paper with hamburger style. So I'm just going to fold it in half, hamburger style. I like that. Going to get a really nice crease. So I'm just folding it in half. And then I'm going to cut along that crease. So basically I just need half the paper, okay? Done. Recycle the other half. That's all you're gonna need is just this one half right here. And then what I'm gonna do is the non-ripped side, I'm gonna fold this over about an inch or so, right like this. And I'm gonna crease it down again, right? So just kind of made a little crease. Don't cut anything. We're done cutting. But I've now got just this little crease right here. So I had folded over. I made the crease. I unfolded it. Now I can see that I have made a crease. I'm going to do this again, except I'm now going to fold this half sheet of paper into thirds. So I took this right side, folded over the middle, and then I took the left side, folded it over the middle again. So it's about even, and there we go. I'm just gonna crease it down like that. And now I have my foldable. I'm gonna flip it around like this. And basically what I'm gonna be able to do is I'm gonna put a bunch of glue up here in this small crease so that I can glue it down into my notebook and it will look like this. So I just put a bunch of glue here on the back side, right where I had creased it. And then I titled my foldable types of RNA. And then along those creases that I had made, when I folded it into third, I'm going to cut because I want to create some flaps. So there we go. So now I've got 3 flaps in my types of RNA foldable. So now I am ready to actually take my notes. So I'm going to label my foldable for my 3 types of foldable, for my 3 types of RNA. So first type is mRNA. I always write it with a little lowercase m. So mRNA, rRNA, and tRNA. So those are the 3 types of RNA: mRNA, rRNA, and tRNA. I'm going to draw a picture of the 3 types of RNA. So mRNA is probably the easiest because the M stands for messenger. And so basically mRNA looks like half of a DNA strand. Like if I took my double helix and I just chopped that ladder in half, I would get mRNA. And sometimes mRNA is actually referred to as a single helix because it is, half of a double helix, which is DNA. Now, rRNA are actually ribosomes. So rRNA, just kind of, those are our ribosomes. The R for rRNA stands for ribosomal. So they make ribosomes. So I just drew some dots to represent ribosomes. Those are rRNAs. tRNAs, the T stands for transfer. So tRNAs are a little bit different. There we go. And then I got to add my little things down here at the bottom. There we go. That is my tRNA structure. So now I have a visual representation of all 3 of my types of RNA. So we're going to start underneath the first flap here for mRNA. So I'm going to turn my notes sideways, and I'm going to go underneath this flap. So the M, right, stands for messenger RNA, right? And messenger RNA helps make proteins. It is going to translate or transcribe instructions coded in the DNA and then carries a copy of those instructions into the cytoplasm of the cell where the actual proteins will be made. So mRNA is our messenger, right? It's going to take the coded instructions from DNA and carry a copy of those instructions into the cytoplasm where proteins are made, right? And we know that they're made on ribosomes. So that's our mRNA. Our next type of RNA is our rRNA. And we know the R stands for ribosomal RNA. So ribosomes are organelles found in the cytoplasm of cells. Remember, ribosomes make proteins, so they are where protein synthesis occurs. Right? To synthesize something means to make it. Ribosomes are made up of proteins as well as a form of RNA known as rRNA. So ribosomes are made of a type of RNA called rRNA, and then ribosomes make proteins. So that's where protein synthesis occurs. The third and final type of ribosomes, of RNA is the tRNA. Our T stands for transfer. So we have transfer RNA. And it is going to help, to bring the subunits of a protein, right, our amino acids, to the ribosome during protein synthesis. So tRNA transfers amino acids to the ribosomes in order to make the protein. So altogether, these three types of RNA help to make proteins. rRNAs literally build the ribosomes. mRNA brings the coded instructions from the nucleus, right, from the DNA to the ribosomes, where the ribosomes read those directions, and then tRNA transfers or brings in the amino acid that's needed in order to build that protein, hemoglobin or myosin or insulin or whatever it is our body needs. So that's it for our types of RNA foldable. If you still have any questions about any type of our RNA, please let me know.